So it's gone 4 o'clock. I'm rapidly losing the light. I really should be packing up and going in. But to be honest, I've seen this bit of path and I want to deal with it. It's absolutely awful. So this bank here, there's just water coming out of it. I did do a little bit of a ditch and there's a couple of places where it passes over the path. But the leaves and the mud, it's all silted up. So now it's just absolutely everywhere. Everything's soaked. So I'm just going to try and rake as much of the leaves, not from the back, but the stuff at the front, try and rake it out, try and get that ditch bit cleared and get it running so it's just in a couple of places where it's passing over the path. So the path isn't as muddy. So yeah, let's get on. Right, so the battery's about to die on the camera, so I can't record much more. But I've got that ditch there working, and it's got one gully going across there, so you can step over that quite easily. I've got this ditch here working a little better, and that goes to a bit of a dip here, so that runs across the path there quite nicely. Then I've got this ditch here that runs down here, and this is the reason that I never sorted it last year. Is I never quite worked out where the lowest point was. So now I've got water, I can find out the lowest point, which appears to be about there, going across to there. So for now, I'll just dig a little gully across, and next week I will try and get a pipe in there, because a pipe would be so much better, but that'll dry it up for now. So yeah, let's carry on and see how long the battery lasts. Okay, I am back. So the temporary repair that I did seems to have worked. So I've got a short section here that goes across the path there. I'm thinking if I dig that along a little further, I might be able to get this all down to the one point, which will be better. So yeah, this section here all seems to be flowing along here quite nicely. There was a little dip across here that water was flowing across before. That's now stopped because it's carrying on down the ditch. So it's all now going across in this one point here into the lake there. There's a lot of leaves on the lake because we had terrible storms over the weekend. So yeah, there's just leaves everywhere. But yeah, if you look carefully down there, you might just be able to see a black pipe sticking out. So I think there was some sort of pipe underneath here before. I've had a bit of a dig around, but I can't find anything. So I don't know if they've done sort of a French drain underneath here with gravel bed. Which they might have done and it's just silted up, or the end of it might have just got completely buried. So I'm just going to stick another one in anyway. At least then we'll know where it is. But yeah, so I've got all day to do this because we're shut today. So I've got the lawnmower there with the trolley, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start from this end and just clear all the leaves, cut the ferns down because they're finished for the year, and just tidy my way along. And try and dig this ditch out a little bit deeper as well. And then when I get down to this point, I've got a big black pipe over there that I can put in. So yeah, let's get on with some clearing. Okay, so that is the pipe finished. Now, fortunately, I didn't record the end of it because the camera battery died, but to be honest, you didn't miss much. So I've cleared the gully along the side there, and I've managed to put the grass back, so hopefully that will grow back without noticing too much. So you can see the water flowing quite happily in there. That's a 3-inch corrugated black plastic pipe. Now personally I don't like using those because the ridges, they block up a lot easier. The 4-inch smooth wall pipe is a lot better, and then if they do get blocked you can just run rods down to push the blockage out. But I had that in a full length, so that's why I've used it. But that pipe is also perforated, so although that's good, it allows the water in at any point, it also allows the water out at any point. And to make sure it doesn't wash the bank away, I've just put a little piece of the 4-inch on the end there, just to hold the water in until it's into the lake. Normally you wouldn't have to do that because the lake side can get waterlogged. It can wash away a lot easier. So yeah, it's kind of a permanent temporary solution. In reality, it'd be nice if this water was to soak into the ground rather than running off like this. There are a few things we can do to try and improve the situation. Now, one of them I can't do at the moment, which is to add some topsoil on here. If you get a sandy topsoil on here and then put grass seed over the top of it, that'll allow the water to drain freely through it, but it'll also hold it all the way across so it has a chance to soak in at any point, and then you might not having it running off the surface quite like this. But that'll have to wait until the spring because you're not going to get grass to grow in the winter, so that'll wait until the spring. But the other thing that I can do at the moment is I can try and trim some of these branches back, because if you get more sunlight into here, more airflow through here, that should dry the soil out, and it should also encourage the grass growth when it is growing. So yeah, I do need to trim some of these branches back, but unfortunately I'm not sure if I'm going to get to do that today because of the weather. But I'm looking at it, we've got this elderflower here which could go back quite a way. To be honest, that beech hedge could go back quite a way because that is all from the back there. We've got another elderflower here in the middle of the holly which could go back, and then more of the beech head sticking right out. There's also an ash tree here in the middle of our rhododendron that we don't need, and another ash and an alder there which we don't necessarily need there. And I can probably take the top out of the rhododendron here. So I am going to try and make a start on that today, but I'm not going to record it because I'm not sure how much I'm going to actually get done, because it keeps coming over incredibly cloudy. So right, well, I shall end this video here. If you liked it, do leave a like and subscribe, and then you might actually find out if I get to make any more improvements to here. So yeah, I shall see you later.